Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Live Tarot. It is Friday, December 19th, 2025. Going to do an overarching energy for the day and then do a past, present, future spread with some clarifiers and advice from the universe. Overall energy is death, immediate past, Seven of Cups, currently the Tower, and immediate future is the Fool. Bottom of the first deck is Nine of Swords. So, death in the Tower, right here in the center of our reading, is about transition, a pretty big transition. We have three major arcana out of these five cards here. Death is about that ending and beginning. Something that has transitioned in life in a pretty complete way. In the immediate past, there was the Seven of Cups. There were these choices to make. And currently, the Tower is here. Something, again, abruptly changed in life. And in the near future, the Fool, to start us off on a brand new journey. Because whatever has left, something new is coming in. And the Nine of Swords here suggests that whatever this is, there could be a little bit of worry around it. There could be a little bit of angst associated with this shakeup. Let's get some clarifiers out here. Can we clarify this death card, please? Eight of Wands and Six of Pentacles. Whatever has changed, it has happened quickly. And it's bringing in a sense of balance with the Six of Pentacles. There could have been something that was not balanced in life, and it took some effort on your behalf to get things back to an equilibrium. Whatever it was, it did happen rather quickly with this Eight of Wands, and it happened there's a lot of communication involved. But it's not necessarily a bad shakeup with that Six of Pentacles there. It may have needed to happen. And the immediate past with these Seven of Cups. Can we clarify the Seven of Cups? Three of Swords and Three of Cups. In the immediate past, there were choices that had to be made. You were presented with different avenues of choice points. Some of these choices that you had to make were painful. With this Three of Swords here, and with this Three of Cups, the Three of Cups is about celebrating with people that you like. It could have affected some of the people that you usually have a good time with. So, whenever that Three of Swords pops up, it wants to also remind us that whatever was there, that that was a little uncomfortable. Well, we have the Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords now, so it was hurtful. Whatever it was, it also reminds us that there's a healing component to it. That sometimes when things hurt, or when we have to make some choices that are unconventional or uncomfortable, especially when it affects people that we usually have a very good time with, there's also a healing component to it. Let's look at this tower here. Can we get some clarifiers on the tower? Seven of Pentacles and 10 of Swords. Okay, so these cards are not playing around with something has ended. Now we have the 10 of Swords right here. So we have Death, the Tower, and 10 of Swords. I can't get any it could get just a little bit clearer. We could have the World card here, but I don't think we need it. Something's done. Something has ended, and it needed to end because you were not getting a return of investment that was an equal give and take. It's pretty clear that this reading so far, it's pretty clear on what is going on. It's just that it hurts. Now, this 10 of Swords, I don't know if you can see, but there's like a guy here, and he's got his hands are in a position, and it's a blessing. So I know it doesn't feel like it sometimes. It doesn't usually feel like it when we've either been stabbed in the back or something is dead, done, over with. With this tower, with his death, with his 10 of Swords. But it's a blessing in disguise. You can see this guy, he's making the sign of this is a blessing. But when we're going through it, it sure as heck doesn't feel like a blessing. But I think we've all been through something that, it's kind of difficult in life. And that ending part is tough. It takes a lot of strength to say, you know what, this isn't balanced, this isn't equal, there's no equilibrium here, and I'm not getting what I put into this. And so I'm going to have to change the structure of what's going on in my life. And when I do that, I'm going to have to end. But now here's the thing. You can kind of even see, like, that's that side of the reading, right? The past, in right here, you can see, and then over here he is, this fool. This fool is ready to, he's right here going, okay. And in the near future, here I am. Here's the fool. Let's clarify. Let's clarify the fool. The Knight of Pentacles. Excuse me. Oh, wow. And the Queen of Pentacles. This is what you want to see. Bottom of the second deck is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is that nostalgia. It's about leaning into people that you may have known for a very long time. It's about leaning into some comfort, some comforting events, some comforting people, comforting situations that you've known for a long time. Like I don't know if anybody has like McDonald's hamburgers. That McDonald's cheeseburger. That's just kind of like it's an older thing that it's like, oh my goodness, when I get those McDonald's cheeseburgers, I know how this is gonna taste. I know how it, and it's just kind of a comforting thing. And yours may not be a McDonald's cheeseburger, but one of those things that it's like, oh yeah, no, now this I'm very comforted with this. But it's something that you've been doing for a while. Maybe it's like, I'm going to go right back to food. Maybe it's just like a takeout. It's like, oh my God, I'm going to go to my favorite takeout. But it's one of those self-soothing, self-comforting things that, and it doesn't even have to be self. Like it could be with other people as well. But to take that into account with people who are events or situations that are something that has been around for a while, that brings you comfort. So that card is reminding you that is there for you during this, because this is a difficult time. It is. Now, the near future is gorgeous. We have the Fool here who's saying, yes, all of this happened, but it had to happen so that we could go on this brand new journey. And in the Fool, you can see how his chest is out, his head is up, the sun is out. He has his dog with him. Like, he's ready to go. You don't see any shame in his gait. There's no anything going on there that suggests that he cares about what's happened here. And even the bag that he brings, it's a very small bag. He doesn't bring this huge duffel bag. He's not bringing this with him. He's bringing his essentials with him. Whatever happened here, it's over. I will say that it's over, and it's okay to move ahead. You have the Knight of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles. This is solid and stable ground. So this could have been some really slippery situations, some slippery folks, some slippery, not totally on the up and up with this Eight of Wands. Sometimes that's kind of a slippery thing. But in the future, Knight of Pentacles planting some solid seeds in some fertile ground. And the Queen of Pentacles, she's going to nurture the heck out of whatever those seeds are that you plant in that very fertile ground. Because in the near future, whatever you plant, it's here to stay. But again, something had to end so that you could move forward. You can see, like, in the background here, there's like these empty fields that he's going to go plant those pentacles. And those pentacles are things that he cares about. And they're solid. They're not slippery. They're solid connections. They're solid situations. People. Can we get a couple of cards of advice from the universe on how to handle this situation? Page of Swords. The Moon. The Four of Wands. And the bottom of the third deck is the Eight of Swords. We had this combo yesterday too. And it's just a reminder that it is hard. That whatever this is going on in right now in this current energy is that it's not there is some difficulty to it emotionally and in our minds, with a little bit of catastrophizing, a little bit of like, can I do this? Can I actually move on? Can I actually end all of this and go into this beautiful new beginning? You can't. You can't. The Four of Wands right here is a success. It's you've reached your finish line. It's also a card of house and home. You see these two people here on the other by their home on the other side of these wands. It's about building that stability. And I love how it's touching this Knight of Pentacles right here and this Ten of Swords, because I think a piece of this is this is ended, and now we're moving into building a new solid foundation, a new solid, those four legs of the table. The Page of Swords is a young messenger. These are words. These could be some messages either coming in to help guide. And the Moon is about that lack of total clarity on where this Fool is headed, which is another reason this is daunting. Because when this Moon pops up, the path is illuminated just vaguely, like it's illuminated in kind of shadows, because like when the sun's out, it's very clear to see, but the Moon. So it just suggests that the path moving forward isn't totally illuminated yet, and that could be why it's a little daunting. This Page of Swords, I think there's going to be some messages coming in, and it might even be from from somebody who is younger, because the page is kind of a younger energy. So it could be some fresh new ideas that you're bringing in that's going to help move through this. But there's some fresh new ideas, some fresh new talk that's going to help move this in. They may not be, whatever these new ideas are, whatever these new messages are, they may not have like you're building the legs of the table with them. So this is a very slow moving energy with this Knight of Pentacles. The Pentacles are the slowest moving, but the reason is because they're so safe and solid. They're stable. So this isn't going to happen overnight. I think yesterday or the day before we talked about whatever was going on was more of a season, and I think this is a very similar vibe here, where these new ideas, these new messages, there's some new talk going on here. And that's what's going to start to put the legs on this table to build this solid foundation to move forward with. During the meantime, self-care, balancing what's going on in life, leaning into this nostalgia, leaning into people that have a fair give and take, where you feel your love is reciprocated in a fair way. Because this is coming to an end, and this is starting up. This lovely new beginning. All right, everybody. That's what I got for this Friday, December 19th, 2025. Happy Friday to everybody. I will be back tomorrow morning with the weekend live tarot. And I hope everybody has a beautiful day. Thanks for being here. I'll talk to you soon.